Hello, my name is Xavier Mercado, and this is Spearhead Conversations. Today, I'm joined by special guest, SirQuinton Gladney. Came across this man. He's quite the interviewer out here, and someone that I've really been looking up to as far as doing this interview game. He runs Best of the Best TV, podcast, group, you name it. It isn't his only specialty. He does music too. But we reached out and he definitely agreed. So here we are. And with that being said, SirQuinton, how are you doing?
Man, I'm here, man. I'm here. So before we get started, man, I had to bring you a gift, man.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, man, I had to bring you some Shut Up and Hustle gear, man.
Hey, bro.
You know, some Halloween colors, man.
For real. Yeah. For real. Hey. This is how I've been looking at it, bro. Man, I'm happy you're here, man. I just came onto your platform. You had me on. Love the episode. You're very talented at what you do.
Thanks, man.
I respect it even more because you do it all by your lonesome.
Yeah.
And with that, you just got to give credit where credit is due.
Right.
You've interviewed hundreds of people, from what I can see.
Yeah.
And with me doing what I'm doing with my platform, seeing you, it's people like you that I look up to in the direction that I'm trying to go with the platform.
Man,
so
you ain't making that seem hard, man.
But I'm grateful you're on here tonight. And with that being said, without further ado, how you doing?
Man, I'm cooling, man. Just getting Best of the Best TV off the ground, We got our, if y'all go on bestofthebesttv.com, we do have our singer, songwriters, and producers competition.
Yeah.
So, we giving artists a platform, and we're actually brokering their music to record label execs. So it's giving, artists, singers, songwriters, producers that platform to be able to shop their music and take it to the next level.
That's fire.
Yeah, man. So I'm really excited about it. Shout out to my manager, man. Dame G, ENT, and we just gonna keep it pushing, man.
Well, let's get it.
Yeah, I'm not doing it by myself. I gotta correct you on that, man. I got my boy Levi, man. He be
sure.
And we building a street team right now currently. So, man, it's a constant push, man. Of course, I'm shooting the videos, and the studio is nonstop, and interviews is nonstop. But it's a method to my madness.
Hey, man. Well, I honor it. So, I appreciate you being here, and let's jump into it.
Man, let's do it.
So where were you born?
Milwaukee, man. Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey.
St. Michael's.
St. Michael's?
St. Michael's. Man, I think that's the one on Biller. I think it's St. Michael's. If not, I'm sorry, Ma. I think it's St. Michael's.
Yeah. How was your childhood here? And what part of Milwaukee you grew up in?
Hampton. Hopkins, Villard, around all that area, So,
okay, got you.
Yeah,
man. How was childhood?
Childhood was it was good, man. It was I beat the odds, man. I was a sickly child, man. That's why when you tell your story, I relate. I had seizures, and I was told that I wouldn't learn past the 5th grade.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I beat the odds, man. Actually, a lady, came and prayed for me, and, the seizures was gone. I had what you call silent seizures.
Okay.
So I would just sit there, and I would just literally stare at you, and just stare at you, and like my mom would have to snap me out of it, like, I had to go to the hospital a lot. I remember tubes being on me. So, I definitely beat the odds, and I just shout out everybody that believed in me, that kept pushing me forward, and I, helped me see, like, okay, it's ways to learn. You can't just shove it down my throat, and it's they still stick with me, and
Yeah.
So.
Well, man. Well, thank God you here with us, man.
You hear me? Yeah.
You've been doing some great work.
Yeah.
Great work. You the diverse guests you've had on your platform. Yeah, you have a right to say that. You made it, dog. In my eyes, dog. Yeah. But it's things like that, those type of things that we go through that form us and shape us integrity, the morality, and just the whole 9 yards. So I mean, from the couple times we've met, I gotta say, you seem a stand up guy. So hell yeah, man.
Real humble, man. Real humble, man. I could pop off because if you playing with me, I know where I came from, man.
Yeah.
I could go there with you, but like it's no point, especially knowing where you came from. So.
Yeah, you'll always have that in you, but it's focusing on going forth.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what were things that through your childhood that sparked your interest?
It's always been music, man.
Always been music.
Always been music, man. I can remember my stepdad bringing me like a whole bunch of equalizers and like tape players and stuff that he didn't bring up to me. It's just stuff that he didn't use anymore. And like I would just like take them apart and like plug stuff in, and like next thing you know, I'm recording mixtapes on from V100 and what is it, 860 V100? I mean, AM whatever.
Okay, got you.
WNOV. Yep. So I'm recording mixtapes, and I'm bringing the mixtapes to school, and people's like, make me one, and I have to redub one for them, and I'm making real life mixtapes at the age of 10, 11, man. So it's always been music, and God pushed me further in that direction. My first job, I got a job at Channel 14 Mountain.
Wow.
So I'm behind the scenes. D-Rock, who that was one of the first people I ever
on our episode.
Yep.
I said he stood out, like his interview for sure. Loved it.
D-Rock been like that, man.
Yeah,
but he was like I was younger, man. So D-Rock probably don't remember, but I was behind the glass, recording D-Rock, making sure his vocals was good, and like it's always been audio and video for me.
Well, let's do this. My boy out here.
Drop that.
So who were musical influences of yours that you really looked up to?
Oh man, you gotta go to the aliens, man. Outkast.
Outkast,
man. Outkast, like Outkast still getting played right now.
Man.
Yeah, Outkast. Right now I'm listening to Don Tripp. Starlito. They in my playlist right now. And I'm tapping more into like the R&B. So right now I'm listening to somebody named Sir. He signed to TDE, which is Kendrick Lamar label.
Yep.
And I'm listening to somebody named Rini. He's from overseas, man. It's RINI.
Okay.
So yeah, they go hard. Of course, I support my city too, but that's a whole different conversation.
For sure.
Yeah.
How long before you tapped into music? Because you have a love for music. Yeah. It's showing through. How long was it before you actually tapped in and started playing with it?
Let's see. I was maybe 19. I was going to my cousin's house, and he there playing with FL, Fruity Loops, and like old computer. Like I'm like, oh man, that's interesting. We just there messing with it the whole time. They mess with it a lot more than me. But eventually I ended up getting my own apartment. I think I was 20. I grabbed the computer, put the FL on mine, and didn't know anything about. We didn't have microphones like this at the time, man. So I'm rewiring the speakers and all kind of stuff because you could rap into the speaker and make it a microphone. So, So I'm rewiring the speakers so we could use the speakers as a microphone. We man, we ain't got no cheese. So we we in there rapping, man. We ain't we really didn't know how to bring FL in to use the WAV file for the MP3. So we using the microphone to record my boy playing the keyboard. So man, I say like 20 to answer your question.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you have a music group.
Yeah.
What's the name of that music group?
BWM group. We kind of on a hiatus right there, right with that. So that's where Best of the Best comes in. So we're looking for like new talent. We're looking for more in the R&B groups. We're looking for the singers. We're looking for those. I don't want to say the neo soul, but we're looking for that raw talent.
Yeah, man.
Raw talent, and our network is backing us. So they're like, okay, we trust your ear.
Yeah.
As long as you guys trust them, bring us something good, and we're gonna sign them. So like, you know, it took a lot for us to get this off the ground. It took a lot for me to build this network. I've been doing this for years, man. So
For sure.
you know, I'm just put together my network, and you know, I just want to bring them great talent.
For sure,
you
man.
know, so
And I've been watching. I've been watching it far.
Yeah.
You know, I always I see through the streams. You always coming up. You know what I mean. You're doing something right with as far as the algorithms go, and I love it. I love watching the guests you have on because it's the diversity in it. But music, seeing what you're doing, how you're. It's just this big space that you're creating, trying to just give people a shot.
correct.
You know,
That's what it boils down to, man. I can recall, believe it or not, when I was a musician, when I was rapping or whatever, I can recall, like, you know, reaching out to people that was older than me, or that had a little bit more experience than me, or had the plug, and just being told, like, you got to come spend some money with me, or, you know, and it's not like not that I don't have the money, but it'll just be like a bizarre amount of money. Like, okay, like, am I gonna be signed? I better be signed with this, and it better come with another ping or something like or something, man. Because like, I just vowed like never to be that. I don't think I've ever been that guy. Like, I've always lent a helping hand, but. Yeah, I just want to give people that opportunity as well.
Well, you know, that's what it is, man. Especially with our community, Milwaukee. You already know the type of pride I have for the city. I see it all through you. You know, it's great when you have leaders such as yourself, really taking a charge head first, spearheading. You know what I mean? No pun intended.
All pun intended.
But you know, it's things like that. You know. At what point did it switch over to visual? Because that's what caught my eye. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? The consistency that you have with releasing, and also, you know, is this cool vibe that you have. This 10 questions, and you know, like 30 minutes. That's what I would say usually from the episodes I've watched, and it's like you really got a hand on this. So when did you dip into visuals?
Okay, the visual aspect started when I met my boy Levi when I went to the Art Institute of Wisconsin.
Okay.
Like you said, I did have a group, man. It still seems like I had the group, but I don't have the group anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it fell wayside. It's just from like the difference of visions. Like you, I want to do it the right way. I want to do it. I want to see it all the way through the right way. Mm-hmm. And you know, we didn't see it that way. Well, they didn't see it that way. I'm like, okay, I want to drop it. It has to have visuals. It has to have, you know, promotion, marketing. We need to go on a promo run, talk to podcasts, go to radios. And they're like, no, I want to drop now. I want it out right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I've had run-ins where they released it without me, you know, and I had to sit back and I had to eat that bullet, you know, like
for sure.
You don't put friends under contracts in the beginning.
No.
You don't put, you know, so I had to eat that bullet, and we had our run-ins, and I'm just so passionate about it. I can't stop.
Why do you feel it's so passionate? Because you've taken it to another level, and that I'll give to you.
Right.
But why so passionate?
That's a good question, Spearhead. That's the first time I've just been stumped. I just love doing it. I love being around music. I love pressing record. I love turning the compressor on. I love EQs. I love the ISO. I love the f-stops. I love everything about like digital, and I guess it could be ADHD. I don't know, man. I don't know, but it's definitely a passion, and I can't explain it. I feel sick when I'm not doing it. So it's definitely a passion.
Well, let's go back to educational background. Your education. What institute did you go to?
Like high school.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
the
no.
Art Institute.
The Art
Yeah, I went
Institute.
to the Art Institute.
And how long did you go there for?
What was that, 2 years?
2 years?
Yeah, I did go to MATC for audio engineering for a year, so I kind of skipped over there too. So
Okay.
yeah, sorry about that. I didn't graduate, but like, I did go there for a year though.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you it always shows through. You know what I mean? When I came in for the interview with you on your platform, I looked around and I just saw it, and I'm just like, yes, this creative, this vibe is here, and I appreciate it. So, what was school like when you were going through the education on trying to eventually build what you're building now?
Oh man, I had a huge ego in school, man. My boy will tell you, I come to class late and still knock the assignments out. Just it was something I experienced already. I was already in the books, reading everything that I know, everything that they were teaching me, should I say. The Photoshop classes, I'm knocking them out. Running gun cameras. I did learn to take something from school, but I'm gonna be honest, I had like a huge ego when it came to school, because I was really there to build my network. I wanted to be around like-minded people, and a lot of those people I still run with. I just at the grocery store today, I seen somebody from school. He like, whenever you ready, man, I still got the cameras, and I was literally there to build my network. The piece of paper didn't matter to me. I was there to build a network, be around like-minded people, be around people who wants to do it genuinely and don't try to, like I said previously, throw a ticket on my head and try to get over on me because they quote unquote know how to do it. So I just want to be around people that want to do it and willing to barter our services to chase a dream, whether it be me helping you or you help, because I'm just that genuine type of guy.
Well, I admire that you're like this one band man with it. How did the idea of the network come to life?
Best of the best?
Best of the best.
Wow. I called up, I'm in school.
Yeah.
I called up a bunch of us. My boy Levi. I had a boy Shytilla. We all just like, all right, let's find a spot. Let's give artists the platform. Yeah. We find a barbershop.
Oh.
Yeah, a barbershop. So we go to the barbershop. It's like, okay, $50 for Sunday. Barbershop's closed. Yeah. We like, hell yeah. So we just make the flyer. I post the flyer and say, come in, perform. We hook the microphones up, we hook the speakers up. We give them the floor. Just let them perform. Levi behind the camera, Shytilla behind the camera, Gavin behind the camera. Who else behind the? They be behind the cameras. We 4-camera angle in the barbershop.
Yeah. When was it founded?
That was 23. That was 2015.
Wow.
2015, 14.
Okay.
I gotta look at the LLC papers. I'm sorry, man. I think it's like 15, 14. It's not like that. Specific as hell, man. So yeah, it's like 15 or 14 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. What were challenging barriers in the beginning of making this vision come to life?
Believe it or not, what you seen in my basement, like the live streaming aspect, like we want it to be like run and gun. We want it to be a full on the go production team. Okay. So we didn't want to hook up a lot of equipment, and we had it's still on YouTube. I leave it up so people could see the grind. So yeah, man. We just wanted to be that and we hooking up computers, gaming laptops, grabbing other computers, grabbing other microphones, and yeah, it was a journey, man. It's still going too, man. So we still working on something in that aspect at the Ambition Center. So I think we got to figure it out this time around, though.
You have this platform now, and you've given it your all because the growth has been crazy. I've been watching from afar for some time now. How is it you pick your guests?
So it's a 2-step process. I look at people who I'm gonna just be real transparent. I look at people who I think can grow me with their network, and I look at people who's 100% genuinely passionate about what they're doing.
Okay.
I'm not saying like just a one-off or a two-off. Like I literally observe you and I watch you.
Yeah.
And when I kind of see you heading in a direction that's okay, like okay, we could barter some services.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
we could talk after this interview is over.
Yeah.
Then that's when it's like okay, let's do an interview. And I do have people that contact me as well. Yeah. And I have them send over all their information and I comb over it with a fine-tooth comb. Like,
yeah.
Okay, either it's enough or it's not enough, or I even push them in a direction, whether it be a music artist, like, okay, I need one more video from you. I need something, and rest assured you will be on this platform afterwards. And I've seen it happen.
Yeah, man. I appreciate the transparency, my guy.
Gotta keep it funky, man.
Man, well, with the day off, how do you prepare yourself for the interviews that you do?
You asking me a question you know already, don't you? Oh man, it's the day before actually, man. It's mental preparation, man. It's it's the setup, it's getting up, making sure that the house is clean. Like my house got to be clean for me to do an interview, man. I gotta be in this clean space. Of course, I gotta make sure that my guest is comfortable, and mentally, I gotta kind of comb through their material just to see like who they are. Am I missing something? Kind of, man, it's psychological, man.
Oh, for
it's
sure,
definitely psychological.
If there's anyone that knows what you mean,
That's why I said you ask me a question. You know all too well, damn it.
And I think that's the beauty within, because it's challenging. You know what I mean? You gotta match the energy.
Yeah,
and I feel like for people like us who interview, it's really a God-given gift.
Correct. You ever have somebody on your show like with no energy at all?
Oh man,
and you gotta pull the energy out. Like, come on now.
Yeah, it's been a couple where carrying the conversation, but I appreciate all the guests that come on.
I ain't trying to put nobody on the spot.
Yeah, I know that. At the end of the day, we got to be real. At the end of the day,
absolutely.
There are those sometimes where it's difficult, but let's flex a little bit. You know what I mean? Let's flex on your behalf. Who are some of the guests you've had on that stand out for you?
Oh man, you trying to get me in trouble? Last time we had that interview, the way you was talking about, I got beat down. So some of the guests that I had that stood out, of course, Jasmine Tyler. That's the homegirl.
Let's give a shout out to Jasmine.
Yeah, just smooth as can be. Just on her grind on all aspects, hitting every nail on each corner of the coffin. Kaylee, of course, Kaylee, man, because she hollered at me like right off after coming off of the show with her, Cardi and T.I. So that was cool, and I was kind of shocked that happened. Sheesh, man. My boy Black Shife.
I've seen him, like I follow him.
Yeah, that was a lit interview.
Yeah, it was.
Like literally during the interview, my boy Playmaker came. He knocked at the door, came downstairs bearing gifts and stuff. And he was just talking about that he know him, so he came downstairs and they verified it. So that was like, normally I'm like on a like no nobody at the door. He was like, let him in. I was like, oh man, this is golden. Keep the cameras rolling. So yeah, that was beautiful, man. Just to name a few, though. But
yeah,
I love everybody that's on the show, man.
Of course we do.
Leave nobody out.
Of course we do. But sometimes we gotta. Sometimes we gotta
flip
and just. what motivates your curiosity to interview?
Just how you carry yourself, how you present yourself. You can't just be out here like with camera phone pictures and stuff. Like I want somebody who can teach me something as well. You know, like with your quality, such as here.
Yeah,
like man, like he been doing it a year, man, and it's like, man, like this is crazy, man, and beautiful photo shoots, fashion, and quality music, quality, man. That's the word I'm looking for. Quality.
Hey, man.
Quality. That attracts that lifts eyes. If you could get my eyes, like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man. That's one of the things I appreciate about you. I mean, first impressions mean everything. And before we started filming that episode where I came onto your platform, Best of the Best TV, shout out.
Yeah.
It was seeing how in depth you are with what you're doing, and it's just that energy that I can respect because I believe it. I not only that, but I believe in you, and you know what I mean. We got to strive to just climb this ladder, and to me, you're hitting all the boxes, bro.
My dog. You dap that up.
So it's coming up. You said 2015.
Correct.
You coming up 8 years?
Man.
8 years in the game.
Who's counting though, man?
Man, who's counting?
Jeez.
The energy is there. So what are cool opportunities you've been able to, put your foot in the door with doing the work that you're doing?
Man, this music opened up so many doors, man. As you know, I was working with Melvin James.
Yeah.
I met the mayor, Summerfest, commercials with Summerfest, film festivals. Man, I don't even know where to start. It's just been so many. Like I'm literally running around. The camera opened so many doors, man. It's so many, man. As you know, my manager, he signed me, and we got the best record labels, and man, I'm trying to put it in a nutshell, man. But the cameras and the music, man, it opens so many doors, man. And you got to be selective though, because you can't be running around with like a chicken with your head cut off, man.
Yeah.
But it's the experience too, though. Like, it's not like you just running around. But like, I done had arguments with my lady, like, you doing this for what? I'm like, man, it was the experience.
If you only see the vision,
can you see the end game? I'm a bigger picture type of guy.
Yeah,
man.
That's what it takes.
Yeah. So and it has been a bunch of I told you so moments. Like, remember, I met him 5 years ago. Yeah.
Well, and I love that because it's growth ultimately. And this kind of leads into the next question. How would you describe your work ethic?
I just leave that. I get that to the fans, man, because like, no, I ain't gonna leave you hanging like that. Man, like it's nonstop. It's nonstop, man. Even when I'm working. Yeah. I'm doing something. I got something lined up or planned, or it's through the roof, man. Like, it's definitely through the roof, and it's hard to match, man. Like, I shout out my crew, man, that tolerate me, man, because like, I'm dragging them out the house. Like, come on, man, let's go. Like, next week, I'm not just explaining like, all right, we got this tomorrow. Like, I'm explaining stuff that's weeks out. Like, we got this. Then the next week after that, this on the calendar. Put this on your calendar, and so stay booked, man. The work ethic is crazy, man.
Yeah. How would you say Milwaukee has attributed to your success?
Milwaukee, I love Milwaukee, man. Milwaukee supports so much. Like you said, like, it's the algorithm, man. Like, I love when somebody just see me in the grocery store, man. like, man, like, bro, I got on my pajamas right
Yeah.
now, like, man, and just having an hour long conversation. I just came to get some eggs, my dog. But,
Yeah.
like, but yeah, they show so much love, man. Like everybody, and you know, it feel good when somebody just drops something on your wall. Like, man, stay locked in with them.
I agree with you. Not only have I had people, you know, come and reach out, see me out, and be like, you do spearheading. But I've also had people like the messages are it's motivating. It gives you, you know, you're always looking, because there's those moments of highs and lows, but there's moments where you question yourself. Am I doing what I'm doing? Like, what is this for? You know what I mean? So when you have moments like you're explaining, I think that right there it's where it's at.
Yeah. What's your answer to yourself when you feel like that?
You know,
when you feel like, am I doing enough?
I've came this far.
Yeah.
The change within the journey, I've come so far.
Right.
And so much positive have come from it.
Ooh.
I've been able to conversate with people like you.
Yeah.
You know, like I could go off the list of people I've interviewed, but, you know, to gain the trust of these people that I'm interviewing and for them to see potential in me, there was a point in time I didn't even see potential in myself.
Jeez.
So it's this growth of going through. And with that, you know, you get to these moments of questioning. Who are mentors that who do you consider mentors that have elevated your game as far as building your platform and you evolving as a person?
I just gotta give it to my moms, man.
Hey.
Man, like I'm talking about.
Let's do that. We love you, Mom.
Man. Like, you know, mom's like, she locked in to the grind. Like she see like I'll just be talking to her like, hey mom, just calling to check in, see what's going on. She like, yeah, I seen this interview, like change your mannerisms or something like this, or
that's awesome.
Yeah, or you know, maybe ask, or you keep in mind that like she keep me like level headed when it comes to stuff like that, man. And you know, of course my kids and my lady, man, they tolerate me, man. Like I see that, and I like you said, when I have moments like that, like they let me know, like, Dad, you ain't doing enough, man. Like,
yeah,
you have that fire under you. So yeah, man. Like when it kind of like, you know, mentors and stuff like that, you know, I'm more self-taught. So I mean, like, you know, when it comes to the game, of course we look up to, like, you know, our breakfast clubs and our you know, Vlads and stuff like that, you know, because it, you know, piggybacks off what you're doing. But, you know, as far as like mentors, like I would have to say it's like, you know, family.
That's what's up. Well, I got to give it, you know, this platform you've created. How many interviews? Let's ask. Do you know how many interviews you've done?
Oh man, I think I counted. I think I was like somewhere that's on the internet. I think it's somewhere like 60 interviews. Is on.
You had me fooled. I thought you ready. Like, man.
Yeah, it's something that fell wayside, but it's they're selective and strategic too. So like that's what.
Well, I mean, kudos, man.
Man,
and it goes to show, when you believe in yourself and these steps you're gonna take, it's all about growth, man.
That's it.
And it's people like moms that believes in you, that motivates you. You know, I can't, man. I can relate to you in so many ways, because it's hard at times, because when you're on the low end and you're trying to find the reason, and there's so much, you know what I mean? I got a wife at home, I got these kids I'm raising, you know what I mean? I guess it's the understanding of, with what I'm doing, there isn't no instant gratification.
Not at all.
And
you got to find a motivation where you can find it. You got to find it yourself, and that's something that someone in this industry will never admit.
Yeah.
And like the vulnerability is like you kind of, I don't want to say this the wrong way. You crave the love that you do get.
Yeah.
And it's not like feeding the ego or nothing like that, but it's like
it's genuine.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm bringing. So when someone like shows you the love, like
there you go,
man. Like
what with your platform, you know what I mean. How you've evolved, Best of the Best TVs. What ways have you worked with the community? I've seen you at a lot of events, man.
Yeah. I'm outside. Like
we outside.
Yeah. I'm outside. So yeah, we support, especially when it's something that's mirroring what we got going on. Showing support. So when you showing the city support, like, I gotta be there. I gotta be there because we gotta mesh this. We gotta bring this together and make this bigger than what it is, because this is Milwaukee we talking about, right?
I get one of the reasons why I started this platform was like I hated that people talk about our city like we ain't nothing.
Oh my God!
You saw when the Bucks won the championship how lit we can get.
Right.
You saw that Deer District build up. Stop. Put some respect on our name.
Put some respect on our name, man. Stop playing with us, man. For real, man. For real. And they love us everywhere we go, man. I'm in Atlanta, man, and they love me. They like, where you from? From Milwaukee? I'm outside doing interviews.
Yeah.
Hey, come across the street. Scrappy over here. Come across the street. I'm like, I want to go, man. But I don't know if you trying to rob me for one, for two.
For sure.
For two, man, I'm doing this right now. But like the love is there. They just waiting on us. Like they waiting on us to show them love, because like, a lot of people in Milwaukee go to, Atlanta to move to Atlanta. But we don't go to Atlanta to show Atlanta love. You know what I'm saying? We know that they just waiting on us to show them some love or bridge the gap and actually represent us like we supposed to represent us.
Well, you know what I mean? One thing we have in common, we love our city.
Yeah, facts. And we both got podcasts.
Yes, we do. That too. Shh, no. But where do you see yourself in the next 5?
Oh man, being a successful CEO, man.
Okay.
With my label behind me, I definitely want to keep on podcasting at a higher level. With bigger name stars. I also see, I'm gonna shut up on that. I'm gonna shut up on that. I don't want to give too much game, but like I definitely, got the CEO hat, and I want to be able to, give opportunities to artists in our city. So, with that said, man, go check out bestofthebesttv.com, the singer, songwriters, and producers contest. Throughout this conversation, you know what I mean. You could see the passion. And don't mistake it for ego. It's it's a mindset. You're gonna want to be successful. You're gonna walk like you're successful. Correct.
And I always get this. You know what I mean. I don't forget my roots. I don't forget where I come from. But every day I'm evolving as a person. So with your platform, and how successful it's been, what advice would you give to our youth? Because you're doing podcasting, you're doing visuals, you're an entrepreneur. You got the vision of being a CEO. With all this that you're doing, what advice would you give to our youth that want what you're doing?
Find somebody that does what you're doing and grab hold of them. Let them know what you're trying to do. Don't just assume that they see what you're doing. I tell that to my son. You got to open your mouth. Don't fall into that depression where you gotta, of course you're gonna get your feet in the streets, but don't fall into that depression where you go run and go do something else. Chase your passion, and it's people around you that either knows what direction you're headed in and it can send you that way, or they're that person. So like get that person, grab that person, and let them know like I really want to do this, and keep doing it. If you don't know, just say the first thing that come to your mind, and just let it take you there, and that's gonna open the door for something else.
So ultimately, just believe.
Just believe.
Yeah, man.
It's gonna open doors.
Well, I tell you like this, man. It's a real honor, like you letting me come onto your platform. It's been an honor you coming onto my platform. So before we head out, what are ways people can contact you with what you're doing? Because you out here.
I'm outside.
I'm outside,
man. Broken leg and all. But bestofthebesttv.com. All my social media links is on there. Best of the Best MKE on Instagram. SirQuinton SirQuinton on Facebook. You could go to YouTube and just type in SirQuinton, SirQuinton. Everything pops up. Mm-hmm. TikTok, SirQuinton. Best of the Best MKE. SirQuinton everywhere. SirQuinton everywhere.
He's taking over the world.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, man, like it's an honor to have you on the platform. I appreciate you in every aspect, as this content creator is just, being in charge of your passion and just following through what you're doing. It gives me motivation, and I'm pretty certain, everyone who's following.
Right. This is a good interview, man, because I tried my best not to be the interview word, man. And so, like,
isn't it weird when you're on the other
end? No, but like, man, I just want y'all to direct y'all to, our interview, man. It was so organic, man. Talking to this guy is beautiful, man. This platform is beautiful, man. I want to see you in that Shut Up and Hustle shirt, man.
I'll put it on.
Shut Up and Hustle shirt. And this guy is organic, man. He the truth. And man, when you get around this guy, pick his brain, because it's so much that you can learn from this guy, for real. So much.
Well, I appreciate that, man. But you already know we locked in. Yeah. And with that being said, Spearhead out.